Hello, hello. I'm going to be showing you today how to do the 3-needle join. So we're going to pretend like this is a fancy piece of beautiful work. This majestic thing is also a fancy, beautiful piece of work. And we need to turn 2 into 1. So we're not going to sew because we're not sewing. We're knitters, we're not sewers. We're not sewing today. We're not doing a mesh stitch. We're not doing a darning needle fancy trick. We are 3-needle joining. Okay? I believe that's the term. I don't know. I'm not an official fancy dooflopper, okay? So, we're going to be using orange so you guys can see. Alright, so we're going to get that ready. And all we're going to do is go in from the magenta E color, and then go in. We have our back sides together because we want to see this join up here. So pretend like this is the collar of a shirt, and you need to join it down so that you can start the rest of the shirt. Or this is the hem of like a pair of pants, and you're working down, so that would you sit like this, so that this is like at your waist. What do they call that? Whatever they call that. You need to join these two things. We're not going to cast them off. We're just going to join them together. Okay? So whatever that would mean for you, I've used this for doll making. I use this in the Roy pattern. It just is a way of no sewing two knitted things with live stitches together. Okay? So we're going to go in as if to knit on both pieces in that first stitch on each one. And we're going to put our yarn there. And then sometimes you can get both to slide off first, but I like to just slide that one off. Okay? And then before I move too far, I'm going to slide this guy up and over, and then out of here. Alright. So we'll do it again. We put the as if to knit and as if to knit. Grab the correct part of our yarn. We have yarned over. Okay. Slip it over just like you would a knit. Just like you would a knit. So my crocheters, think of this like when you're joining two, say, granny squares together, and you're joining them together with a single crochet. Okay? It's just like that, but it's a knit stitch. Okay? So pretend this is a single crochet. These are 2 crochet stitches. Here comes our single with the correct yarn. Here comes our single crochet. Okay? So then we're just going to go through this one, and we're just going to go through this one. Okay? So we go back in. Remember, we're going in knitwise. And we're going to yarn over. Let's see if we can't do it together. Okay? Just go in, toss that yarn around, pick them up, kind of drop them down. Okay? Now let's say something wiggly wobbly happens. We get this guy over, but in the process of getting this guy over, this guy falls off. So you can see he's just vibing there. Oh no, what are we to do? Simple. We're just going to grab and pass. We just grab and pass. Alright? It's not a scary concept. Get them. Get out of here. Throw them both off the cliff. Snag them up. Swoop. Swoop. Oop. Make sure you're going in the correct one. Swoop, swoop. And you keep going. Now, you could use this as a, and you'll see it, sometimes it'll be called a three needle bind off, or join to bind off. I feel like the fancy knitters have fancy sayings for everything. But you could bind off from there. So you could like be like, you know what? Actually, I want to bind this off. So just like you joined it, you would then just slip this over. Okay, so let's do that. I'll show you that. Swoop, swoop. And then I would just take this one and swoop it over, or however your pattern, if you're following a pattern, calls for, and then we can just keep going. Look, I dropped that stitch. I dropped it. So I'm just going to go in, snag it up, drop it off, bring this guy over, doop, doop, okay? And we have two more. Grab them up knitwise. You could also grab them up purlwise and drop them both off the cliff. Let's see what that looks like. If you're going to grab them up purlwise, we would need to move our yarn forward, huh? Do, 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 do. Grab it up. Grab it up. This might actually look really cool. Swoop. Alright, so that's what that would look like. Look at there. We didn't get everything over. Get away. Okay. So there's the regular join. Some join with a cast off, and then there is your, now obviously if these are the same color, this is going to be less obvious, right? And this is what it looks like from the back. They are, two have become one. Two sets of live stitches now are one set of live stitches. This is a great no-sew way of doing knit amigurumi, which is what you're going to see in Mr. Roy. That's how he is constructed. I'm not going to give away all the secrets to that guy, but this is what we do. And then you could just build on this, you know, however, whatever that looks like for you. But this is the 3 needle join.